with Pasture Fowler. Greg is really kind. He's with Nature Image Farm. And I really like that name. I don't know if you've ever heard of Wendellberry.
Of course.
Oh, man. He says something about agriculture and types of agriculture that work with nature, not against nature. And I can already tell that's what Greg's all about. And he's being super kind today with being a lighthouse and sharing so much knowledge with me, and I wanted to share that with you guys. And you have a YouTube channel, right?
We do. Nature's Image Farm on the YouTubes.
Perfect. And where are you located at?
We're here in Zanesville, Ohio, just at the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. It's flat, and all of a sudden it gets into hills. When you start hearing things like banjos and pigs squealing, we're home.
Oh goodness. Well, Greg's been awesome. He's been really gracious. I'm excited to show the footage to you guys so you guys can get to know him. And if you're a beekeeper, especially in Rockbridge or Logan, it took me about an hour to get here. And he's a wealth of knowledge, and I'm so excited to have somebody to reach out to and get bees off of. So thank you guys.
That's the way it's always been. Just digging. This year, oh my gosh.
I'm hoping I won't need any queens this year.
And are kind of starting to leave out, where we have dandelions, we have red buds, we have all the pears are on. We've got, looks like some honeysuckle bush is starting to come on right now too. There is just an abundance of natural forage out there, so they are just going to go to town. But we still want to make sure that they have feed. So Ricky has these cool setups where you can just flip open the door here and put your quart jar in. So I'm sure you've used quart jars before. It's the same principle as we use with the bucket feeders. This is 1 quart versus a 1 gallon. So I think this will be a great way to get some feed on the bees. I think what we're going to go ahead and do is we're probably going to remove 3 or 4 of these frames when we go to install them. And I guess the cool thing about this horizontal hive, it's kind of like you have like a workbench. That's kind of handy. And disclaimer, if it looks like I have no idea what I'm doing, I guess I meant to do that, right? Because we don't. Because we don't. So, all right. So let's maybe go. That should be plenty. We're gonna pull 4 of these frames out. So camera lady, if you would, we have Vanna, a beautiful panning shot of our compartment that we're going to shake the bees into. And I think what I'm going to go ahead and do now, we'll see if they'll go. Mr. Roy, oh, there it is right there. All right, I'm going to pump it up. This is like a 3-to-1 that we've got thinned down pretty good. Regular sugar syrup. We're going to spray the bees. That's going to give them something to do, but primarily when we shake them down, they're going to kind of stick together. You can flip her around there. Nice job. Keep up the good work, Roy. We're going to get some on there. Okay, now take that package and just kind of bump them down. There you go. We're going to do it again. We're going to give them another little shake in there. I better give them more than that. If we can get the syrup on there, when we go to shake them down, they're not going to really be able to fly, is one important thing. Secondly, it's going to give them some instant carbohydrates too. There we go. Now we're not going to drown them. Okay, so go ahead and bump them down again. All right, we're going to pop open our Luan. All right, and then I'm going to, if you look here, they actually have the package can completely waxed up on the inside. So usually we can just shake the can out. On this one, we're going to have to use our Hive tool to just get it started. And we're going to have to twist to get it around that wax. There we go. All right, so then we'll just bump it down one more time. We'll pull the can. Roy, you've seen the video, hasn't he?
Yes, sir.
We'll pull the queen. We'll cover her up with Luan. Take a look at our queen. There she is. Pretty mama. Okay, Stephen from Pasture Fowler.
You got her. You're getting it, man.
So what's the next thing we need to do here?
Well, we need to make sure we do the right end.
Which one?
There's a corked end and there's a candy sugar and a corked end. So we want the candy sugar in the cork. Is that right?
Candy sugar in the cork.
Yeah.
Not just the cork.
Correct.
You got it.
I got it?
You got it.
Cork on the candy
That's what we're doing here. The cork on the candy in there.
Yeah.
There we go. And so you can see she's got sugar on this side. We want her attendants to eat through the sugar on this side, and then the bees that from the package to start chewing through the sugar. They'll meet and just be a happy family, like I like the Brady Bunch. Are you even old enough to know the Brady Bunch?
I know the Brady Bunch.
Okay. All right. Then we're just gonna pull our cork out. Now, here's a tip that I learned from my mentor a long time ago. When you're in, Roy, I tell you, you're smarter than you look, man. You really are. You just take the cork and you put it in your pocket. If you're installing 10, 20, 500 packages that day, you count the corks. As you go through your bee yard, if you are a few corks short, guess what you're doing that night?
Going back through.
Going back through and figure out which one you didn't take the cork out of on. Yep. Okay, so now, as you can see, corkless on the sugar side. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put her in here. For now, she's probably not going to want to hang out here very, very tightly, and I'm not a big fan of rubber banding and all that kind of stuff. So I'm actually going to just leave her off to the side for a second. I'm going to shake the bees in, adjust the frames, and then I'm going to go ahead and put my my queen in last. So now what we're going to do is just bump them down and pray they don't go up in Roy's face. Okay, put that underneath. Now we got a big ball of bees. This is why I don't like the configuration of doing it quite like this so much. There's lots of other ways we can do it, but now we're just going to gently set the frames in. This is my least favorite way to do it. Does it work? Yes. Is it a big deal? Probably not. But that's why I like using the shaker box on top. So we'll figure out another way to probably do this, but this will work. We'll figure it out. They're already climbing up the frames. Yep, they're moving up. Frames are moving down. All right, now we have our quart jar feeder on this side. We're going to make sure, hold that, Roy. We've got our solid divider board. This is what's keeping this colony from going on this side, is this piece of plywood. It's cut out or they can't escape. We just want to make sure this is nice and tight. So all of our frames are nice and tight together when we put that queen in. Is there a million different ways to do this? There is. I just get comfortable doing it a certain way. If you've got a better way to doing this, there's a way that you like, drop us a comment below on how do you install, what's your favorite way to install a package in a horizontal hive, something like this. Okay, so now the next thing is we got to put our queen in there. And so I like to use the pressure of the frames, and so I'm just going to probably go right here in the middle and use a little bit of that wax that's on that and just kind of get it seated really nice. Now it's nice and tight. Okay, that's not going to go anywhere. So our queen's in there, the cork's out, the bees are in. You can see them, they're already starting to work up the side of the frame. Camera lady, if you want to take a little peek, you can see they're starting to already walk up the frames. They're going to be all over that queen here real shortly. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put this observation window back on top here. Now here's the reason why I went to all this aggravation. I thought it would be really cool to be able to just pop open the lid, walk up to it, and then see what's going on. So now my lovely camera assistant, not you, Steven, Susie will come in here. So now we can just open the lid and check it and look and actually see the bees doing what they do on top of that on top of the cage. I think that's pretty cool. I really like that approach. So now what's left, guys? What do we need to do here? That's it.
Close it up.
Roy, you would do the honors.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's hitting against our, okay, footage here. So you get three knuckleheads together and you say, well, we can take a beautiful piece of something and we can just tune it up and make it better. And then it didn't work. And I thought that it was too close and it wouldn't close. But the ladies, Erin and Susan, said, well, have you tried it the way that it was? Well, matter of fact, it does kind of sit in there.
Just
that one didn't
turn
sit
the
quite
jar
as well.
though. Turn the jar. Turn the jar just
What
a
if you
little
Turn
bit.
it flat.
There.
Put the flat side on? Now what?
Well,
Well, because your trapdoor wasn't there, you go. It closed.
There we
It's
go.
like it was designed a certain way, and we were sitting in there full. Good night. But now you should probably just try it the way that it was
leave
first.
stuff alone.
At least leave it alone. So okay, so the bees are in there. We're going to come back in 3 days. We're going to check up on that queen, make sure she's released, just see kind of what's going on. This coming Saturday for our bee folks, the folks that are supporting us by buying bees, we want to support them by helping them out and just have some hands-on learning. We're going to get in this colony and everything else that we installed today and tomorrow. We're going to find the queens. We're going to make sure that they're laying. We're also going to mark them, and it'll be fun to kind of see how the rest of this horizontal hive plays out. And I got a feeling we'll probably find out that this was designed a certain way. And if we start with that first, and then start tweaking, maybe we're good to go. It's just so hard to take something so cool, and it's like, oh wow, this.
You gotta add your own touch to it.
Yeah, so anyways, Roy, thanks for stopping out.
Thanks for having
Aaron
me.
and Susan, thanks for telling us that we're knuckleheads, that we should probably start with the right way first, like women mostly do, so thank you for that. Steven from Pasture Fowler.
You got it, man.
Twice in a row.
Yep.
Thanks for stopping out, for buying
Yeah.
bees, taking some video. Make sure to check out Pasture Fowler YouTube channel. We'll drop some links below. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys do with your bees and your pastured poultry. And thanks again for watching. And as always, remember, be the lighthouse and be the change that you want to see in this world. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.